I'm Jacqueline Carlisle, and you're here with Tuskegee Online. I'm here with Lenora Goode, who is running for Utility Board Place 1, which I have to remember because I made a huge mistake about that earlier. How are you today?
Fine, yourself.
Good. You're running for Utility Board.
Sure.
What do you want to offer, or what do you have to offer for the citizens here in Tuskegee?
Well, first of all, I want to introduce myself again. My name's Lenora Goode. I'm running for the Utility Board of Tuskegee Place 1. This position held the former Bill Anderson. He used to be in that position, as well as Jacqueline Gillette. Okay, and both of them have been really good leaders in that position. So I want to keep the leadership momentum going. And I say that because I came here 18 years ago with my husband. He's a native Tuskegean with my 3 sons. And he was a godsend. And he brought me here. We were a military family from a military base in Texas. Texas is controversial these days, all right? But we try to do things right, okay? We were, I was taught to be accountable and to also be a community involved, okay, all my life. Mom and Dad always had us participating in different activities that involved everyone. I was raised in a very diverse environment. So when I came to Tuskegee, I wanted to pass that on. And doing that, I remember my 3 sons, William, Robert, and Aaron. They're now 37, 32, and 27. The last 2 were raised at Booker T. Washington High School here in Tuskegee and graduated from there. And they were Army brats, so they had never lived the Southern experience. And coming here, it was a blessing for them to do that. And this community is very loving and very giving. Okay, so they had the opportunity to chill out and be real, and to learn themselves. In doing that as well, I had the opportunity to see that in Green Fork Park, which is where we live. There was a park there, and it was in bad shape. So my husband and I on one Sunday, we took our youngest son, Aaron, and we went out and we gave up a Sunday, church Sunday, and we got my husband's uncle's trailer, and we cleaned up Green Fork Park.
Okay.
And we got the Bulls family, we got to learn them, we got to learn about Mr. Moore from the city, one of the city workers, and get permission to clean up the park. And then at the same time to start cutting it. And from then on, it's just been history. And that we've been keeping up the Green Fork Park experience because I wanted that to be something that when the kids drove by on the bus, that they would be proud of in some safe place that they would have to enjoy with their families. So it's all about bringing the families in that together because I was raised with a real close family. The other things and then I became, that evolved into me becoming the secretary of the Clean City Committee, the Green Fork Park Project. So everyone knows me driving by, keeping an eye and picking up the trash and getting out there. Now I have a golf cart. So now I get to go out there, my husband and I get to ride around and pick up the trash. And not only that, whenever we have special events here in the city, we're the ones that are out there, the Clean City Committee, and any volunteers, especially the Tuskegee University students and neighbors in our neighborhood, that volunteer, and we get out there and we get the town ready for our visitors that are coming through. Because without a clean city, who wants to live here? No one does. Yeah. And on a daily basis, eventually everyone will start grabbing onto that and taking pride in the town and start cleaning up. Now, they don't have to volunteer with us, but if they only clean up their own block or around their own front yards and that, et cetera, or help someone that's not able to do so, do so. Those kind of things, and also by being that type of an example for leadership, and that's, I've always believed in lead by example, okay? It's not what you say, it's what you do, okay? Because, and my boys know that, because I was a single mom for a little bit, so I understand single motherhood, okay? And I feel like I want to cry, and I get emotional. Some people say they don't understand my story, but my story is that I really care. And the utility board is one of the areas that those of us that have a small paycheck or whatever, okay, we need to try to stretch those dollars, and it shouldn't be on utilities. That should be just something that is a given. You have your house payment or your rent that you have to pay and food that you have to eat. but you also have to keep the lights on so
Yes.
that kids will feel safe, you know, that mom and dad or whoever is doing the right thing. So the utilities was one of the areas that I thought that I could do something about. And, because we've always had our lights on, you know, we were maybe spoiled along the way, but it's not so much that you're spoiled, it's just the fact that that's just a necessity of life, you know. And so, so my boys, they learned, and we came here, and I've enjoyed Tuskegee and the opportunity to be in a community where everybody has the opportunity to shine, to be themselves, and to show what their talents and their skills are. My background is business. Of course, I studied in college, several universities. We traveled in the military, so I've been in Europe as well as on the East Coast, as well as in Texas and here, and I've gone to school. Management is another big thing that I'm about. So I just know how to, I love administrative paperwork.
Okay.
I know how to dig in and get the cleanup. They kind of call me the cleanup woman, and in a good way. You know, you clean up in order to know exactly what direction that you need to go.
Yes.
And you know what you're dealing with. When you don't know what you're dealing with and you don't know you have those hidden surprises in that, then you can never get anything straight. Okay, so we need to straighten up and get things in order so that we know exactly what our mission is and what we need to accomplish, and that's one of the things that the utility board I would like to do as well. I'm also a substitute teacher. I substitute. A lot of the kids know me from subbing. I enjoy that, you know, playing with the kids and making sure they're acting correctly and in order, but in a fun way. You work first and then you play later.
Yes.
That's my motto whenever I'm subbing. I have a concierge service. And those that don't know what concierge means, that means I'm a Jill of all trades, okay? Because given the opportunity in my past, my parents always made sure that we were able to, you know, it's about education.
Yes.
Just exposing yourself and being open to all kinds of creative ideas. So that's where I get a lot of, they say, Ms. Goode, how do you know so much? It's because, you know, that's what my mission was and that's what my gift is, and my boys are the same way, and hopefully other folks that come in my pathway are also learning that you just open your mind for all kinds of new experiences.
Okay. All right. We're back with Lenora Goode, who is running for place 1 of the Utility Board of Tuskegee. You discussed your background in business and management. We know that with the downfall, the reduction, loss of revenue for the utility bill, it is going to require someone with a management and business background to help oversee what's going to come in the future. Have you given much thought about it, or what are your plans to combat that shortfall?
Well, one of the things that I would like to see is that businesses, that we can not only bring in more businesses,
Yes.
but we need jobs. Because without jobs, there's no revenue. First of all, I always say this, I've been telling everybody, I said, what good is bringing in businesses if we don't have any jobs to support the businesses? Okay? And when you think about that, like a larger manufacturing plant or something to put over there at the industrial site, okay? That needs to be developed. The Exit 38, that's bringing extra revenue in. The more customers that we have, the more money that the utility has coming in, okay? And then we can also reduce things such as the additional franchise fee that is remaining on there. Totally eliminate that 3%. We wouldn't even need it anymore, okay? That's one of the things. Things like that. Things to where, you know, we could also compare our rates and get a better rate, such as our outlying brothers and sisters in Montgomery and Auburn. Okay, they don't pay all those extra fees like we do. A lot of people don't understand that the reason why we're paying all the fees that we are because we don't have the jobs. We don't have enough jobs. And we're also trying to support the workers that we now have in place and keep them in a job. Okay, so by, you know, trying to increase or decrease certain areas in that area when it comes to when you're looking at your bill, you know, that would go away. Even the sewage. Why not just charge for the water only? Why do we have to? I mean, I'm really thinking about cutting about 3 items already off that bill.
Now you've discussed our brothers and sisters on both sides, Montgomery and Lee County, Auburn. You also have to remember, not only do they have industries and other businesses, they have people. which is also one of our biggest issues here in Tuskegee, not having citizens. Do you have any idea of, even though this is not a real utility issue, to bring citizens back to the community?
Well, first of all, we gotta clean up, okay? If your house is not in order and you don't look like you care about yourself, then nothing's gonna happen. It's only until you care about yourself, only then do people feel that they wanna care about you or help you get to where you need to be.
Okay.
All right, so cleanup is one thing, infrastructural type of things, issues. The fact that we need to negotiate, I think the utility needs to negotiate with the council and work on us getting these jobs here.
Okay.
All right, not the same jobs. I'm talking about real skilled type jobs, manufacturing, welding type of things that if I call everybody kids, you know.
That's fine.
Because I used to work in human resource as well as working with the school district, but all of us kids could all learn something, and if they decided not to stay here in Tuskegee or to make it worthwhile to stay here in Tuskegee, that they would have that kind of training and that education given to them so that they can take it somewhere else if they decided not to be here. Because you're not just training someone to stay in the same place all the time. You want to give them some kind of a dream or some hope. You know, it's just not like a glass ceiling to where they can't break through that glass ceiling and get out here and go somewhere else.
Okay. Good point and observation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the utility board only have two places where the citizens are elected. The other are appointed. What is your feeling about that, or do you think all of the positions should be elected?
No, I think the way that it is fine. I think what maybe the new council might consider is putting a citizen on the board as well.
Okay.
The citizens, that way you'll have somebody that the citizens, I don't know how they would do it or how they would choose that citizen. Maybe they could have some kind of a lottery and, you know, and everybody, you know, would put their name in the hat or something like that. You know, I'm full of all kinds of ideas, by the way. Okay, so you have to, I think
No,
outside
this is
the
wonderful.
box.
This is what you need.
Right, okay, so, you know, and then the citizens could take a turn and have a voice on the board. Maybe because they're living the life.
Yes.
You know, sometimes some things are too political. Some things are just, you know, I mean, some things do need to be elected.
Mhm.
And then, of course, the council needs to be involved. Maybe someone from the school board needs to be on that board. You know, in other words, somebody from the university might need to be on that board. See, I believe in all-inclusive,
Yes.
and bringing the whole community together. They call me a synergist. A synergist is a person that secretly brings everybody together without them realizing that. But that's what I do, and I'm really good at that.
A good possible way to bring that citizens on, they used to have the utility academy. That might be your best person or the person you could find to serve on the board.
That's a good idea, because my husband brought out the other night, and it was an awesome plaque, and I did, and we missed that, and that is something that should have never gone away, regardless of what was going on at the time.
Yes.
But the citizens were involved, and it really opened up and answered a lot of questions that they may have had, and it made you feel like you were a part, you know, and you had some control over your destiny as far as utilities and what's going on, and you diffused a lot of those rumors and that.
And I think a lot of citizens do not feel they are part of the utilities. They just think they're given a amount to pay and that's it. You don't have a voice or a way out. So you do agree with the utility academy.
That's right. Absolutely. I'm a graduate. I have a plaque, a bag, a cup, everything, you know. I'm all ready.
So, again, final words to the citizens.
Final words to the citizens is this. Elect and vote for me. I am getting tired of the same old games, and I know you are as well. We need to reduce and have fair utility rates. We need to stop special and unfairly scheduled meetings, all of those executive board type meetings on the side that you're not aware of and that you're not a part of. Eliminate conflict of interest on all levels. And in other words, we need to have a fair game for everyone. Anti-monopoly. Don't believe in that. All right? How about keep our revenue in Tuskegee and Macon County? Stop all these lawsuits, because all these lawsuits are coming out of our pockets and going somewhere else, into the pockets of just the ones that are supposed to be representing us. And we don't need that. Okay? We need to get rid of that. Okay? We need to keep that money here for all of our 501c and our nonprofit type of organizations, because you know the utility always gives back to the citizens if we have the money. All right? Be proactive for more and better jobs, okay? We need to have that here so that we can afford and keep our, and of course generate more revenue, but keep our money in our pockets so that we can take care of our families. And of course, as always, continue our clean city efforts. Vote for me, I'll make sure that gets done. And as long as I am for you, I'm the voice for the people. I am the voice for the citizens. I'll be listening to you all. And as always, pick up the phone and call me. I'm available any time of the day, 24/7. And, you know, God bless and take care of your family. Thank you.
Again, I'm Jacqueline Carlisle, and this is Tuskegee Online.